Hey Rent Retires, it's Adam Schroeder here, and today we're going to talk about the ARV trap that can ruin your portfolio. All right, before we get started, I want to again remind you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notification bell, get notified whenever we put out content. We're putting it out all the time, trying to make you the best investor you can be, make you buy the smartest assets you can so that you can be set up for financial freedom. Also, at the end of the video, please give it a like so that everybody knows that this is a video worth watching. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We will get to them as soon as possible. And if there's any other videos you'd like us to make, put that in the comments as well, and we will get to it as soon as possible. So let's get to it. The ARV trap. Well, the first thing you're going to be asking is, what is ARV? An ARV is called the after repair value. This is what you're going to see whenever you start talking to people like wholesalers or somebody who's trying to sell you a distressed property. They'll come to you with fantastic numbers. I got one in my email just today. It said you can buy this property for $51,600. It only needs $15,000 worth of work and it's worth $97,000. Yeah, right. It sounds fantastic because you're thinking, I put in $67,000 and I get $97,000 worth of property. So I'm really coming in with $30,000 in equity. How fantastic, right? But the thing is, when you see these numbers, they're not actually showing you anything real. They're just making these numbers up most of the time. Sure, they'll throw in a comp or two sometimes, but you don't really know where they're making these numbers, where they're getting these numbers. And the other thing is, they're not showing you an estimate for repairs. They're just telling you this thing only needs $10,000 worth of work. This thing only needs $20,000 worth of work. And the best one, this one is rent ready. And you see the pictures and you go, nobody's going to live there. It might be ready to rent, but it's not going to find a renter. So you have to be really careful. But let's go over and let's pretend that the price they tell you and the price that you have to pay for repairs is correct. So what I did is I just made up one. And this is numbers that you will see wholesalers throwing around. They'll say it's a $40,000 property. It needs $20,000 worth of work and it will be worth $90,000. So I said, okay, let's roll with it. Let's see how these numbers work out when it comes to real life. So assuming you put in that $60,000, the $40 buy and the $20,000 rehab, you'd be looking at a $90,000 value. So you come out of it with $30,000 worth of equity, which is phenomenal. Now, I just went with the 1% rule here because I'm not going to go through market by market and see what the rent is. So I just went with 1%. So if it rents for $900, I figured about $500 a year or so in insurance. So I put $40 a month. I just did 10% management because it made my numbers easier, honestly. So $90 for management. My taxes, I made the same total as the rent, 1% property tax for the area. So I did $75 a month for taxes and $30 a month for vacancy. Well, that gives you a monthly cash flow of $665 or $7,980 a year. That means at the end of year one, you have made $37,980 on a $60,000 investment. Congratulations, you have just made 63.3% return on investment. Now that is phenomenal. That's also best case scenario. So let's look and see what if it does half as well as they think here. Assuming it went up to $75,000 in value after you put in that same $20,000 of repair. We're once again going to use the 1% rule. So $750 of rent. I went with the same roughly $500 a year in insurance. So $40 a month there. I went with 1% for the property taxes. So I just did $60 a month for taxes, 10% management, and I did $25 a month for vacancy. That gives you a $550 a month cash flow, $6,600 a year. Now you only have $15,000 worth of equity now. So on your $21,600 that you're getting in profit on your $60,000 investment, you're getting 36% return on investment. That's also pretty good, right? But in a lot of cases, you don't actually see all of the appreciation. So you just got to go with the numbers from the very beginning. So let's look and see what happens if, shock of all shocks, it's not worth what they tell you it is, and it's actually only worth what you put into the deal. So now you have your $40,000 purchase, your $20,000 worth of rehabs, and your $60,000 value. So you have no equity. Now we do the 1% rule again. We have $600 in rent, $40 in insurance a month, 10% management, $60 a month, $50 a month in taxes, $20 a month in vacancy gives you a $430 cash flow, or $5,160 per year. That $5,160 on a $60,000 investment gives you an 8% return on investment. So here's what I'm saying when it comes to this ARV trap. This after repair value is a number that you're hearing from the person who wants to sell you the property. It's really hard for them to actually tell you what this property is going to be worth, and repairs can easily skyrocket. They're selling you these things, and most of the time you're not getting to do a full inspection. They say your offers are due in the next 48 hours or something like that, maybe 72 hours. Maybe they might let you walk through it one time, but they're not going to let you go in there and really take a deep dive into the property to get a real estimate. So you're relying on the people who are selling you this to tell you how much it's going to cost to repair and how much it's going to be worth later. Now let's pretend you went in there and said, okay, this thing will be worth $90,000, so I'll pay the $40,000. Well, if your $20,000 suddenly becomes $30,000 or $40,000, your returns are getting crushed. Plus you're still investing your time and you're getting all of the headache that comes with it. So let's look at a property that's a rent to retirement property. I went to our inventory today and I found the cheapest turnkey rehab that we have. We had some cheaper existing inventory, but the turnkey rehab is what I wanted to look at, because that is theoretically what you're getting after you buy that $40,000 property and put in $20,000. So the cheapest one we have is $109,000. Now, you can actually finance this deal. So you're gonna put 20% down, or $21,800, factor in some closing costs, and we figure you're in for about $24,800 on the deal. This one is renting for $900, $35 a month in insurance, $72 for management because it's an 8% management fee. You have $75 a month in taxes and $30 a month in vacancy. That gives you a cash flow of $250 a month, or $3,000 a year. When you put that over your total investment that you put in there, you're getting a 12% cash on cash return. Now, I will grant you, you are not getting that immediate boost in equity that you could get from that $40,000 property. But you're also going into it knowing your repair costs are going to be zero to get that same $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 you could be putting in. These turnkey rehabs are costing money. They're costing substantial money. The difference is you're not having to actually do the work, and you're not putting all your money out there on a risk and a hope that this home will be worth what you've been told it's going to be worth. You're getting an appraiser out there from your bank to make sure it's worth the money. The bank's not going to lend you money if they say the property isn't worth that much, and you can renegotiate the sales price if the appraisal comes back low. You are protected on many fronts here. So the danger is when you hear somebody say the ARV, what it actually stands for is the absurd retail value that they're telling you. So just beware whenever you hear about these wholesalers pitching you properties, and make sure, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying go in with your eyes wide open and make sure you're giving yourself a whole lot of leeway when it comes to your numbers, and know it could keep you up nights. All right, so I hope that's been helpful. If it has, please click the like button. Let us know that it was a video that you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below and we will get to it as soon as possible. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell, check us out at renttoretirement.com. You can see all of our inventory. You can schedule a call with one of our investment strategists. We can help you figure out how to move forward with your investment portfolio as you go through, so you can actually achieve the goals that you want to achieve and live the life that you want to live. That's renttoretirement.com. You can also listen to our podcast. We're putting that out twice a week. And also, when you click the notification bell, we're trying to do more and more live streams to answer all of the questions that you have. So make sure you've clicked that notification bell so you know when we're doing that. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.